Hi, I'm Miraz, and this is Super Keto Monday. Oh, what's this? It's ice cream.
But Alexis, you can't have ice cream on keto. It has a bunch of sugar.
No, it doesn't. You see this? Same thing. Bayer is carb smart. Everything that you thought you can't eat, you can. You see, luckily for us, companies have paid a lot more attention to the low carb options for people on low carb diets, like the keto diet, the paleo diet, the diet, which means there's a lot of products out there that we can start eating that weren't previously available to us. See, this you wouldn't be able to eat ever on a low carb diet unless there was a company nice enough to make ice cream for you. This one has about 13 grams of carbs. However, 4 grams of sugar alcohol. And the nice things about sugar alcohol, it doesn't affect you the way that sugar does. So this technically only has 9 net carbs, which means it's well under our macro budget. However, it's still 9 carbs. You have to budget your little sweet tooths when you're eating. Now, this is a really weird way to start a video, but the point that I'm trying to get across here is that you need to learn how to shop better. Okay, you're no longer shopping like a normal person, okay? That freezer section, you need to dig through that shit. If you didn't before, you need to do it now. That was really good. To help you guys get started, there's a fucking fly in here. To help you guys get started, these are the things that I bought that really helped me out during the week. And they were all found in Walmart, because I don't shop at Whole Foods. I'm not bougie like that, right? So, in other words, this is my shopping cart. So for starters, the ice cream that I was eating in this episode, Bayer's Carb Smart. It was like $5 for 6 bars. It tastes really good. You can't tell that it's low carb. It's actually really good. Let's divide this up a little, okay? My shopping cart for breakfast, pretty easy. First of all, this should come to no surprise to any of you.
And his name is John C.
It's eggs. Eggs. Eggs should come out to no surprise to you. They're one of the most essential breakfast items that you can really get anywhere. They're high on fat, low protein, low carb. Now, for some of you that are scared,
I don't want to have eggs because I have cholesterol.
shut up! There's good cholesterol and there's bad cholesterol. If you get the right type of eggs, you'll be fine. Everyone here knows that cholesterol is bad, but there's also good cholesterol. When you guys buy eggs, if that's going to be something you're going to be eating frequently, you really need to try to get yourself some of the more healthier eggs. You know, in my case, that looks like cage-free eggs. Cage-free eggs is a nice step up, but if you want to go the extra mile and do free-range, cage-free eggs, that would be an even healthier option. Because cage-free, for some reason, doesn't fully mean cage-free. Cage-free doesn't really mean like they're just out and about all the time. It means that they just have like a pen they kind of stay in. Free-range, they have a lot more freedom. The chicken is healthier, so therefore the egg should probably be healthier. And if I feel like supplementing that with anything else, I usually go with chorizo or Mexican sausage, however you care to say. It's really nice because it's really high on fat, moderate protein, and no carbs. So it's a nice supplement, and it's really simple. While you're making scrambled eggs, just drop in some chorizo and you're good to go. If you don't know how to make it, Google it. So that's typically what I have for breakfast. Although if you're going out and about and you're really busy and you want something quick and easy and you don't really want to turn on your stove, this is something that you might consider, and that is healthy life. That's right. You like bagels in the morning. Unfortunately, I can't tell you that I found any low carb bagels that you can really eat. There is a certain company out there, but it's a little bit too pricey and it's not available in stores. So the next best thing is buying Healthy Life bread. Look at that. That's right. As you can see right here, Healthy Life bread. Only 6 net carbs. It's a basic loaf of, why am I screaming? It's a basic loaf of bread, but it has enough fiber in there to offset the high carbs. So if you really miss your bagels, I would really suggest just grabbing some cream cheese, toasting up a slice of toast, putting some cream cheese on it, and there you go. It's actually a really good breakfast item. Alright, and for lunch, typically I don't really eat breakfast. Usually I save that for like the weekends or something else, because during the week I try to do some intermittent fasting. So my meals usually start for lunch. So I typically eat lunch and dinner. However, I'm usually eating my lunch at work, so I keep it there. I don't really have an example here at the house, but what I typically have for lunch is a meal replacer, and it's very specific to being a keto one. I used to meal prep and it was a really big hassle because I would have to make all of the foods either the night before or during the weekend and just have them in storage bins, and that was just a little bit too much for me. I didn't really like that I had to take a Tupperware to work every day. It just wasn't really my style. I ended up getting a keto meal replacer, and that was pretty cool. It took a bit getting used to the fact that I don't chew my meal, I drink it, but after I got over that, I was perfectly fine with it, and it actually ended up helping me eat less. This certain meal replacer only has about 280 calories, and that was a lot less of what I would have taken regardless. Oh, hi Tiny. This is my dog, by the way. His name's Tiny. Yeah, he's not interested in you guys. Alright, go. However, on the days that I feel like not drinking my meal, I found a really good solution. And that's this. For some reason, it's gluten-free buffalo style bites. They're chicken wings. They're boneless chicken wings, and they only have about 8 net carbs. So that's pretty good for your lunch. So I highly recommend this in your freezer aisle. Go check it out. So after lunch, there's dinner, right? But sometimes you get the random little munchies in that weird time between lunch and dinner. If that happens to you, I have 2 items here that help me out a lot. And these are my favorite Quest cookies. If you know anything about me, I love cookies. And this made it so that I can actually eat cookies while I'm in keto. They're 250 calories, 4 net carbs, high fat, moderate protein. However, I try not to overdo it with these because it only has 17 grams of carbs and 15 grams of protein, and that's a little bit too narrow. I try to get more fats in me than that. If I want to snack and kind of treat myself at the same time, I go with these. If you guys haven't checked out the Atkins brand, I would. They're really good at low carb items. You just have to be really careful though, because they prioritize protein and not fat. So be careful with what you get. I usually get these peanut butter cups, high fat, low protein, no carbs. Perfect. The next item that I have is not really easy to have at your job. So this is more like my weekend snack. And that's, oh boy, I suck at this. And that's right, spinach and artichoke dip. And of course, pork rinds. If you guys have never tried spinach and artichoke dip, it's really good. It's high on fat, low protein, low carb, and it's delicious. The issue that I had was that I couldn't find anything to really dip it with, and I tried the combination with pork rind, and it was delicious, extremely good. All right, and then after that, that's pretty much all of my snacking stuff. Next up is dinner. Dinner is a little bit easier because you can just come home, and it's pretty easy to whip something up. So to make my life easier, I have cauliflower pizza crust. I highly recommend this specific brand because other cauliflower crusts tend to have a lot more carbs than I really want them to. This one is pretty good on the low carb. It's only 1 gram of carbs, so you can't really go wrong with this one. I know that you can make your own cauliflower crust, but it takes a little bit too long, and after a long day of work, the last thing you want to do is go through an hour-long endeavor just to make some pizza. Make your life easier. Just go buy a cauliflower pizza crust. You can pick the sauce you want, the cheese you want, the toppings that you want, and you're golden. And in general, I always have some chicken or some beef as an extra protein source. Like most of you guys, I love tacos and I love burritos. The thing is, they require tortillas, and whether they're made out of flour or corn, they're really high on carbs. But luckily, you can buy some high fiber ones. You can find these next to the regular tortillas. You can find this next to the regular tortillas, and they're actually pretty good. The taste is actually pretty good, and it's just nice to know that you can actually eat, you know, some Mexican food. Me being a Mexican, it was really important for me to find a good tortilla substitute, and this does it really well. It's only 5 net carbs to whatever you're having. So let's say I had a burrito for dinner and some wings for lunch. I still only had about 13 net carbs. You're well under 20 carbs at that point. After that, you can still treat yourself to some ice cream and you'll be good to go. So this is typically what I have in my shopping cart. The most expensive thing was this cauliflower crust, and it comes with 2, and it was about $10. Everything else was about $6 or less. And this is what I usually have in the house for like 2 weeks. So I hope that was helpful. I know taking on a grocery list can be really hard when you're on a diet, and there's a lot of factors that you need to play in. Everything that you saw in this video, I actually buy and use, and I really enjoy it. So I highly recommend everything that's on this list. All of this stuff can be found at Walmart, but if you're an online shopper, I'll have links for all of these items down in the description below, so you can check that out. This has been Just Miraz. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.